Alright, hey guys, coming back to this laser, yesterday, I told you I wasn't gonna go over the stand or whatever, but, yeah, I was thinking, and whatever, I can show you how to make it, in case people absolutely want to know. It's basically a cylinder, and, yeah, kind of all it is, but let's get started here. I'm gonna add a cylinder. I'm gonna resize it so the height is around 30 and the radius is 100, and I'm gonna bring the rotation segments up to 40, and then I'm gonna make it editable by clicking the little editable button or clicking C. And what you're going to do now is go into selection and go to loop selection and select the top of your cylinder. And what you're going to do is we're going to grab an inner extrude pretty far, so around like this, and then we're going to extrude up like that, and then we're going to come back to inner extrude. So what I'm doing is I'm just right clicking to get the extrude, or you can go structure, extrudes, and then I'm going to inner extrude. Oh, major thing. When you're extruding, make sure you have preserve groups on. Forgot to tell you guys that, because if you don't, it makes each polygon its own polygon, and when you go to inner extrude it, it won't inner extrude the whole entire sphere or cylinder like this. It'll extrude it, so no, go away. It'll extrude it, so when I inner extrude it, every polygon becomes smaller, and when you go too small, it just freaks out like this. It's like, yeah, so make sure you have preserve groups on. And then inner extrude it a bit. And then this next extrude, just do a little one. And then inner extrude it in pretty far. Extrude it up. And then inner extrude, but extrude outwards. I know that's kind of weird, and using an inner extrude to extrude outwards. And then extrude up, and then switch back to inner extrude. Extrude in, extrude up a bit, and then inner extrude in and extrude upwards. And you can make it however the size you want, so it fits your laser. But on mine, I had these big like spiky things sticking out everywhere and everything. I'll show you how to make this. If you right click or go into structure and grab the knife, under the mode in the knife, change it to loop. And now this white line is where it's going to cut. So if you put it near the edge and you cut, we have to select that. Select the top loop by selection, loop selection, select the top. Now go into knife, well, that's magnet. Now go into knife and make a cut. You can see it adds another line all the way around. And now what we're going to do is selection, loop selection, and we're going to select that outside loop that we just made here. I'm going to right click and go extrude, and I'm going to extrude up a bit. Now if we right click and go inner extrude, uncheck preserve groups, and extrude in, and then right click, extrude out, right click, extrude in, right click, extrude out, right click, extrude in, extrude inner, extrude outer, extrude inner, and extrude outer. And that's how I made that first line of things. So go to selections again and grab the loop selection and select the bottom polygon or whatever. Right click and go to knife again. Make another cut and then make another cut, inner bit, selection, loop selection, and grab it. So it looks like this. And then I just extruded that one out. I didn't do anything else to that. Go back into selection, go to loop selection and select the new polygon that's even smaller. Go to knife and make 2 more cuts to make another kind of loop. And right click, well not right click, selection, loop selection. Grab an extrude that up, and extrude that up, and extrude that, and extrude that up. Alright, it's coming along here. This is what we got so far. I know it's just a lot of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But that's how I made it. We'll continue with it. Loop selection and select this loop here. After our first extrude, there's a loop. What you're going to do is, with the inner extrude, have preserve groups checked and extrude in. And then extrude out. And then go back to inner extrude and grab extrude inner and uncheck preserve groups now, so you can inner extrude each polygon by itself. And then right click extrude, right click inner extrude, make it smaller, and right click extrude. And yeah, this is basically how I made my stand there. And I just put this material that I made here on it, and added a light, put that up to the side. Yeah, that's how I made my stand for my laser. I knew eventually somebody was gonna want it, so might as well cover it right away. Yeah, this is the stand. Yeah, that's basically it. If you guys, I'll show you guys how to make this texture if any of you like it. I think this is if you click file in the materials manager and you go to shader and you go to Denel or whatever, how do you pronounce it? It's gonna be gray and it's gonna be a circle. I know mine is like I'm not even sure what that is. All I did to do that is you right click on the sphere, and I changed mine to object GI, and it's gonna change it so it looks like this. And I changed the color to a dark gray and the layer to, this is what, yeah, I changed the layer to Orion Nayar, I don't know. And everything else is the same. Specular 1, let's see if all these are the same. Specular 1 is the same. Specular 2, I just changed the color to a very light orangish beige. So if you want the exact color, the R in the RGB is 255, the G is 191, and the B is 127. Specular 3, yeah, it's like a bright orangish color. So the R is 255, the G is 144, and the B is 0. Reflection, let's see if these are the same. Yep, the reflection, I didn't change anything on the reflection. I came down and I checked antistrophy, yeah, and I changed it to planar. It's not going to be checked. It's already on planar, actually. Roughness on the X is 1,500%. Roughness on the Y is 50%. Amplitude is 50%. Scale is 100%. Length is 121%. Attenuation, or however you pronounce that, is 850%. And then specular 1 and 2 are checked, and specular 3 is unchecked. And that is how you make that texture. It gives us this nice line. If you put it like on a sphere, it looks better because I'll show you. Yeah, I think it looks better on spheres. Gives it like a nice line, like a nice little like copper or metal look. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this helped you make the stand to your laser. Yeah, so basically that's it. So comment, like it, subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you guys next time.